Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of War Thunder. Now today we're just flying over southeast England. I've actually been parked in a field for the last few minutes while I sorted out all the maps and all that. Basically, what we're doing around here in a training flight near Deal, a few months ago, or about a month ago, went to Folkestone and Dover, well, that sort of area. And I was on the way back, and I took a few pictures while I was there, and I sort of thought, well, I was wondering how accurate is the War Thunder version of these two places. Obviously, you got the common landmarks like the castle, which is somewhere. You can sort of just see it there. I was just really wondering how accurate it is, the terrain, I suppose. So I've decided to take the Gladiator. I wanted something that I could land if I needed to. And decided to check it out, so that's what I'm going to do. You can see at the moment we're just south of Deal. Dover is literally just there, so just going to fly us over there, see if we can spot France from here. You can just see France over in the distance. While we're flying, I was going to pause it and just skip, but I should explain a few things. I haven't been doing War Thunder videos lately, or I have been doing them, but well, I've been having these weird graphical glitches. Seems to have been fixed a little bit now, but basically the water was getting blurry where it met the shoreline. And basically, if you use the context camera like I am now and twisted it, it would cause the whole screen to like blur and tear. Like I think it's tear's the right word. And honestly, I had no idea how to fix it, so I couldn't really do any videos because they were just coming out absolutely awful. And it was making it very hard to play as well. But it seems it's been fixed, or I did notice it a bit earlier, but it seems to have been brought down to a manageable level. Now we can just see this lighthouse over here. Can't remember. I didn't actually see it while I was down here. It's got a nice little Union Jack on the side. Just gonna fly past. Hopefully not hitting the wind. Right. Yep. Flying past there. Famous cliffs of Dover. And we're just approaching Dover now. I will be inserting the pictures into this. I can't really show them side by side with the War Thunder, unfortunately. I've only got basic editing software, but yeah, I'll do a little bit of narration over those photos as well. So we're just coming up to Dover Harbour. Well, like I said, I'm going to have to do these bits after the... Well, I've done these bits after the main video. Apologies for the picture quality. I had to use it with a mobile phone. Weather wasn't all that great. It was either really sunny and blinding the camera, or really dull and grey and, you know, not much light. But here you can see Dover Castle. Didn't actually go into Dover Castle. I haven't been there for many, many years. Here's a slightly less zoomed in, but more wider area picture. You can see the castle does look fairly well. Obviously, it's not hard to do an accurate representation of the castle, but you can see some of the harbour, and especially the east end of the harbour a little bit. But yeah, but it seems like Gaijin have managed to do quite a good, well, maybe not the best representation. I mean, well, it's 70 years old, the map in the game. Obviously, I don't know how Dover was 70 years ago. But yeah, it seems like they've done a fairly good job with Dover Castle. Well, based on what I remember from a few years ago. You'll see the castle in a second in the video. Harbour seems to be quite good, though. I've also, again, I'll deal with that in a little bit later. So I'll let you get back to the main video. So this is what it looks like in War Thunder, and here is the castle. There's the town. It's a lot less built up in War Thunder, as you can see. Well, it's more built up, but towards the, like, more inland than real life sort of thing. There's Dover Castle. I haven't been there for a while. I sort of went. I mean, I was near the area. I wasn't actually in it. I've been there before, but it was many, many years ago. I was only probably less than, I don't know, 8, maybe 10. It's been a very, very long time since I've been to Dover Castle. See Dover Castle there, another Union Jack on the top, I'm hoping. Oh, they've actually got a Actually got the English Heritage sign, I think. I think it's the English Heritage, the little square flag. Not sure why they've got that. Seems a bit odd, but you see the flag, the other flag. It doesn't look like a Union Jack for some reason. It looks like it's just a red flag. Bit odd. Sorry for the abrupt interruptions. As I said, I'm doing this after the video, so it's hard to give warning. You can see Dover Harbour here. They do seem to have done a pretty good job with it in War Thunder. Obviously, 70 years later, these pictures. War Thunder 70 years ago. So obviously, it's not going to be as accurate. It's a lot less built up in War Thunder, obviously. You can see it's quite a busy place. Lots of cruise liners and ferries going off to France, and it's one of the busiest shipping lanes in the English Channel. So Dover's pretty busy most of the year. Just a bit zoomed in again on the area. Again, sorry for the picture quality. Like you can see a lot of, they have done a pretty good job in War Thunder of representing. I mean, they haven't got all the boats and all that, and I think there are a few bits that maybe are out of place. But yeah, generally they do seem to have done a good job. See the sea barrier and stuff like that. We'll quickly go back to the War Thunder pictures. But anyway, fly down to the harbour. So start off at the east end of the harbour, because we're going to be heading west. Could probably put down on this pier, but I'm not going to risk it. Maybe I'll do it after the been to Folkestone. Here's the sort of sea barrier, provide shelter for the ships, and the various different lighthouses. Can't remember if there was that many there. Well, I'll be inserting the pictures, but obviously I'll be doing that after this. So I can't quite remember all of it at the moment. I think it's actually a lot more built up, this area, in real life now. Obviously this is 60 years ago, or 70 years ago, sorry. So that's Dover Harbour. We did find a little vantage point. I'll probably be showing it in a minute. I think it was around here where we're looking now. It was probably where all those trees are. I think there was sort of a building there. Just a few random houses over here. Sorry if we just skipped forward a little bit there. I had to pause it to check some of the photos. I was trying to remember if we'd gone to another place. You might see there the blur sort of appearing. Seems to only happen against certain terrains, but it's very jarring. Makes it hard to concentrate and see what happens when you turn the plane around. It just sort of, it makes everything blurry, and I mean, I don't know why it does that. I never actually touched the settings. I just came on one day and all the settings had been set to maximum. I have no idea why. Obviously I tried to reset it all and it just went horribly wrong, and but hopefully it won't cause too much trouble. Again, sorry for the very abrupt interruption. You could just see in the distance Folkestone, and I'll be talking about it in a minute, but around that area is a little place called Little Switzerland, a little campsite I went to. I won't go into too much details here, because I'll be talking about it in a minute. But these are taken from the cliffs, I think near Capel La Ferne. I might be getting the place wrong. But yeah, we got a fairly good vantage point of Dover, Folkestone. Again, apologies for the picture quality though. Had to add it fully maxed, zoomed in. You can just sort of see the campsite near the sea. You can just see a sort of you can see a little line near the bottom of the hill. That's the railway. And between the sea and the line is the campsite. Stayed there for a little bit when I was younger. Like, I think we stayed there the night before going to France for a day trip. And you can see Folkestone. Again, you can't see much of it though, which is, a shame, because it would have been nice to sort of see if there was any major landmarks there that were in War Thunder. But yeah, that's Folkestone there. See the railway line. I don't think that's in the game, but yeah, it's nice for everyone to sort of see the area it's in. And we'll quickly get back to War Thunder itself. We're near the end of the video now. Sorry if we skipped forward again. I had to check the map and computer or laptop went extremely slow. Now down here, you'll see we're near Capel La Ferne, which is where the Battle of Britain Memorial is. And from these cliffs, I think it was these cliffs, sort of down this way, possibly where I'm shooting, there's a little campsite I stayed at when I was quite little, about 5 years old. Little Switzerland, I believe it's called. You can't see much from the pictures, which you'll be seeing in a minute. But to think how much the area's changed, I mean, obviously it may not be as accurate as it, you know, maybe this map isn't as accurate as it was back in 1940. I mean, obviously they may not have been able to do it as accurate as they wanted. Digen might not have been able to, sorry. Some of this area, like, I don't recognise the houses obviously, but I do recognise like this area a little bit. It was sort of as the cliffs met the you know, ended, that the campsite was based. You can't really see it from the pictures. Like I said before, it was quite blurry. It was very, only had a camera phone. It was a bit windy and dark, and well, not dark. It was sunny, but you know, it was that bad condition sort of thing. It was a bit of both. Like, you had grey and clouds, but you had like summer sun. And here's Folkestone itself. I didn't actually take any pictures in Folkestone. I actually thought I took a few photos, but I could only find about 8 of them. So yeah, I don't know what's up with that. Again, you can see the blur coming back up. If anyone knows I fixed this, I'll greatly appreciate if you could leave in the comments. I've been trying to fix it for the last 2 weeks and it's just not been happening. And I've got it fixed a little bit. Sometimes I can fix it, but then like it basically requires using up a lot of, you know, turning the graphic options up, and that keeps leading to constant crashes, and obviously that's not something I want. I seem to have fixed it by turning water reflections off, sorry. But yeah, basically that is Folkestone and Dover in War Thunder, and you know, its comparisons with real life Folkestone and Dover. I know I did go to another place about the same time. Can't remember where it was now, but I might do a little similar thing with that if I find the pictures for it. Although a lot of it was in a wooded area, so you wouldn't really see much anyway. But yeah, thank you for watching. One last little channel update. I will be going back to university in the next few weeks, so obviously I will be making a few less videos during that time. Try and make as much as I can, but obviously will be quite hard. But yeah, thank you for watching. Leave a like if you like the video, subscribe if you like these sort of videos, leave feedback, I can always do with more feedback, and I'll see you next time. Or I may just leave a few little bloopers at the end, but for the main part, this is the end of the video, and I'll see you next time. Now, if on the off chance you're still here watching the bloopers, sort of thing, or extras, this is my result of trying to land on the cliff. I should have really, it was on a bit of a slope, I should have gone up the slope, but I thought the propellers might catch. But basically I lost my propeller, managed to hit a tree. I'd forgotten to record it until I was falling down the cliff. This next bit was me on the way back, just flying past the cliffs, because it's not often you get in a plane and have something towering above you. And here is my results of trying to land on the pier. Yeah. So again, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.